Hey coin collectors, welcome to Big D Coins. This is DC from DC Coin World doing another video for Big D on his channel. And today we're going to look at the 1997 Washington quarters, Liberty at the top, date at the bottom, and God we trust under George Washington's chin. He's facing to the left. And behind him we have a mint mark. And of course, 1997 mint marks on all the quarters. So we have the P mint mark, the D mint mark, and of course if you go to the proof series, we have the S mint mark for San Francisco. So San Francisco, Philadelphia, and Denver mint marks on these quarters. Before we go into the quarters, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some coins from other parts of the world, and in particular I wanted to show you a few coins that aren't shaped like our coins. So all of the United States coins are shaped in a round fashion. We don't have any square ones. We don't have any with cutouts in them. We don't have any that kind of or have heptagonal. We do have one, the Susan B. Anthony coin, which has these inner edges around it, but if you tip it up, you'll see that it's still a round coin, but it does have the pattern almost as if it was not a round coin in the view, but it isn't. It is a round coin. But if we look, say, like at the 20 euro cent with the Spanish flower design, we see these little chips in it. Kind of tip it over, and you can see these little kind of divots going all around. They call that the Spanish flower design. We've got a coin from Pakistan. Now look at this baby. That's a nice coin. Let me get it so it's set up right. There we go. 1981. So you see this is kind of square with rounded corners. Here's another one. This is a coin from South Africa. Again, it looks like it has a shape to it, but it is a rounded coin. One of the most famous ones is the 20p coin from England, and you see how these are, it's called an equilateral curved. In other words, it's the same distance across all the curves. This is the 1983 20p or 20 pence coin. Now, just one of our neighbors has a coin. This is one of the older Canadian nickels, and you can see this one is not a rounded. It has rounded edges, but it has edges all around it. And you can see, so it's not a round coin. And of course, Britain had its famous 3 pence coin, again, with these kind of edges on it. One of the benefits to these is you reach in your pocket and you just touch the edge, and you can feel that it's what kind of coin it is, because none of the coins have different feels to them. Here's one from India, which is much more flower-like. It has actual big cutouts on it. You can see how these cutouts kind of go through. Here's another Canadian one, and the loonie coin, a lot of people don't think of it as not as a rounded coin, but if you do tip it up, you do see that it has these edges that kind of round down, so it's not exactly a round coin. And there, of course, on the back is the loon. This is a 1988. Here's a Hong Kong one, and that's the Hong Kong $2 from 1993. And look at that, just beautiful kind of coin. And then I wanted to show you one more, and of course that's a 50p. This is a 50 new pence from Great Britain, the larger version of it. There was a smaller version, and we see this is a 1976. But to get back to the United States coins, this is the $quarter from 1997. Not a spectacularly expensive in any version of it. There are a bunch of error coins. If you want to look at some error coins, look at Couch Collectibles. He has a bunch of them with the kind of cutouts in them, and he does a good job with the 1997 coin. So take a look at Couch Collectibles if you're interested in looking at some error coins. These particular coins they made on the Philadelphia Mint. They made about 600 million. At the Denver Mint, they made about 600 million. So they made 1.2 billion between the two of these, with 2 million of the San Francisco Mint coins. And they also made it during this year a silver version, and the silver version they made about 742,000. The silver version is worth the most straight up in terms of without any special to it. The silver version is worth about $8. Of course, 3 or 4 of that is just in silver value alone. But the proof version of the 1997, this one here that we saw, there just weren't that many for proof versions. And of course, this is not the silver proof version. This one can be worth $8 or $9 itself. So it's worth about what the silver version is, just because they just did a really good job on the coins this year. And if you actually wanted to take it out and get it graded, it might be worth even more than that, because this is probably at least a proof 65 that's here inside the plastic. But if it was a proof 67 or 67 plus or 68, which is the mint state version for PCGS would look at, this could be worth as much as $100, $150. Now, there are some, if you can find the Philadelphia Mint or the Denver Mint in MS 67 or 68, you're talking about real money too. In an MS 65, they're worth probably $14 to $20 each, and it would essentially, the MS 65 would look almost like this, except it wouldn't be burnished like this. It would just be a really pretty shiny coin with a P or a D on it. And in MS 67, 67 plus 68 is going to be worth anywhere from $100 to $1,000 for these mints. If you get up to the 68, there's just not a lot of them. One of the ways you figure that out is you look at PCGS or one of the other coin grading services, and you see how many there are out there. And you'll see that there are not that many of the coins from this year graded at MS 68. So if you're talking at MS 68, mint state 68, they're going to be probably in the hundreds. And Couch Collectibles, if you look at his video, actually has a couple in rented perfect, and they are MS 70. And he has 2 MS 70s on there, and they can go anywhere from a few hundred to $1,000+. All right, that's the 1997. It is a copper, nickel-plated copper. So if we tip it over and look inside it, we see that it has copper on the inside, a copper nickel coating on the outside. And we have the Denver, the Philadelphia, and now the San Francisco Mint. So we have all 3 of them here. Have a great day. From DC Coin World, doing another video for Big D coins.